Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. So today's video is going to be my monthly haul for June. I know it's like the 3rd of July and I was going to try and get these up at the end of each month, so I'm not doing so great this month, but here it is. So it's not too bad, is it, the 3rd? I think we can cope with that. So I've got quite a few products to show you. I think I said in one of my recent videos that I've been quite a good girl and I think I bought 9 products, but I've counted up what I've got to show you today and I've got 13. So maybe not such a small haul after all, but I didn't buy anything until nearly the middle of the month, so I certainly caught up towards the end. So I'm going to kind of go in the order of the things that I bought. So the first thing that I picked up this month was this, the Naked Skin Foundation from Urban Decay. And the reason I wanted it is because all of my foundations are super pale, like porcelain kind of colours are my kind of colour. I'm normally number 1 kind of shade and everything. And I'd got this foundation before in a 0.5 colour. This one is 2.5. So I decided to go a bit darker so that when I've got a colour it will match me. And it's what I'm wearing today and I think it looks okay. It's almost too dark for me again now because I lose my colour really quickly when I come back from holiday. But I was going to buy the One and Done, which is their other summery sort of light foundation. But the girl in the shop said this one's got a more lightweight coverage, although it hasn't got SPF. But I thought I can use my own SPF underneath, which is what I do. And you can build this one up. I think I've said before on my channel that I'm not particularly keen on my freckles and hyperpigmentation I've got sort of here. So I like to cover that. So you can do a light layer of this foundation all over your skin and then build up in the areas that you feel like you need to. So really enjoying this, and I probably will buy it again in my light shade. I've run out of it in the light shade and I've forgotten how good it is actually. So I got that. But in true Debbie style, I went to go and buy that, and I'm walking around the makeup department and went past the Stila counter and they had a sale on, and what can you do, you know? So I bought this, which is a Glitter and Glow. The shade is Mystic. Can't remember the name of it, but it's Mystic. I have worn it once on my channel just as a bit of an accent glitter liner for a cut crease for my Greek inspired tutorial. I'll link that up there so that you can see in action, but I only used a very fine trace of it, but it's an absolutely gorgeous colour. Really beautiful bluey colour, quite pale, but great as a topper. And I love the Glitter and Glow. It's one of my favourite products ever, really. I just think they jazz up a look so well. So, and they're normally £24, I think, and that was 17 in the sale, so it's still expensive, but a little bit of a saving's always good. Also picked up this as well, which is called their Vivid and Vibrant Eyeshadow Duo. This one's in Sapphire and the shade is just stunning. So you've got 2 shades of this blue. One looks, they both look like they've got sparkling. One looks more matte than the other. I've not heard much about these and I've not played with it yet, but it was just the shade of blue that just struck me as being so beautiful. So thought I'd give that a go, but don't know what look to put it in. It might have gone okay actually with what I'm wearing today. But on my eyes today, by the way, if you're wondering, is the Blush Tribe Hasina palette. I've just not played with it enough. It's the Hasina one, and I just wanted to play with some of the blues and greens in that. So I've not filmed it, just wanted to just sit and play with my makeup before I film this video. But if you guys want to see a tutorial for something similar with this shape, I can absolutely do that. So that was everything I got in that little haul. And then whilst I was on holiday, the Jeffree Star collection launched, the Jawbreaker collection. So I went in quite hard for that collection. So you guys maybe have already watched my couple of videos I've done on this. So this being the Mini Breaker palette, which if you're not familiar, looks like this. So absolutely loving that. If you want to see my first impressions, and I've done a neutral kind of look with this as well, I'll link those up in the cards for you as well. I also picked up one of the Supreme Frosts. I picked up this one, which is Diamond Wet. So that's the shade on that one. And I'm wearing it on my cheeks right now. Just wondering if I turn my beauty lights down a little, whether it will show a bit more, but It's so gorgeous when it reflects in the light. Not sure if that's working, but yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I've got a few of these, or well, 2 of these already. I've got Money Honey and Hypothermia, so I definitely want more of these. But for £30 each, I decided I need to pick up one. I'm kind of wondering about getting the one called Candy Apple Drip, the green one though, because that does look really gorgeous. Not as a highlighter, but maybe as an eyeshadow and packed over the top of a black base. I think that could look stunning. So kind of thinking if that one goes down in the sale, because I'm not thinking many people are going to go for a green highlighter that's as green as that, then maybe I'll pick that up, but not for £30 because I wouldn't wear it enough, I don't think. But Diamond Wet is gorgeous. Love this formula. It's quite glittery, quite intense. You can buff it out to make a really wet look. I think they're worth the money, but they are expensive, as I say. Also for highlighters, and it's in the same video as my neutrals with the Mini Breaker, I picked up the Brain Freeze highlighter palette. And I have to say, out of the things I've bought this month, this is my favourite purchase. Just absolutely gorgeous. Look at the shades in there. And I demonstrated the shade Jawbreaker, so that one in that look, and I was just blown away. I've watched videos where people apply a bit of highlighter and they go, oh my god, like I've never seen highlight before, but I was literally like that person. I just like was shocked by how like super blinding and intense that went on. So excited to play with the other colours. That icy blue colour, freeze tag, that one I haven't got anything like. So, and the pink one looks super pretty as well. I'll go lovely with peachy pink kind of blushes, I think. So if I'm wearing something like California, I think that will really complement that. So loving that so far. I need to play with it more, but my first impressions are really good of that. Then out of the same collection, I picked up 2 of the Velour liquid lipsticks. So I got Strawberry Crush, which I did wear in my neutral video with the Mini Breaker. Really like it. I knew I would because I like watermelon soda, and I think it's fairly similar to that. A bit more strawberry in tone, a little bit deeper, but very similar vibes, and it's my kind of colour. And then I love purple lipsticks, so I got the purple Urkel one as well, which is lovely, but I think I prefer the Strawberry Crush one out of the 2, but they're both really good. Couldn't pick up the lip ammunitions at the time because Beauty Bay seemed to have a bit of delay on those. They've got everything else in the collection except those, and I'm planning to pick up, I think, the blue and the green out of those, but I'd kind of spent enough for June and decided I'll wait and I'll perhaps pick those up later on this month. But the main item I picked up is the Jawbreaker. So I've still not got around to playing with the Jawbreaker yet, because I was on holiday, as I say, when I ordered this, and since I've been back I've had to sort of catch up on my filming schedule. But I'm sure you've all seen the colours inside. It's so beautiful and I can't wait to dip into it. So it's Wednesday today, so tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon, I've taken the afternoon off, so I'll be home by midday. I've got all afternoon to play with it, so thought I'd try and do a first impressions, but maybe with 2 or maybe even 3 looks in that first impressions, because there's so many shades in there. Just doing a first impressions with 2 or 3 shades I didn't think would be enough, and I wanted to do it justice. But equally, I don't think I can take the time to do a 10 looks one palette, you know, maybe over time, but it would take me a long time to get something like that built up. So I thought I'll do lots of smaller videos with it, but the first one I'd like to do a bit of a bang and do at least sort of, you know, try at least half the shades if I can, so that I can give you guys a bit of an opinion in my first impressions. So I'm going to film that tomorrow and get that up for you probably over the weekend by the time I've got it edited. So it is coming soon for anyone that's asked me about it. And as I say, I know lots of my friends here on YouTube have done videos on this and I'm so eager to see them, but if I'm doing a first impressions on anything, I don't like to have my opinion skewed too much. I've said this before, so I'd really like to do my video first, and then I'm just going to spend every evening probably binge watching Jawbreaker videos to get more ideas of things to do, because like you're watching me for some inspiration sometimes for looks, I do that as well. I think it's great to pull inspiration from everywhere, and everyone's got different techniques and different ideas of how colours play together, so I'm always keen to see what everyone else is views are on how to pair the colours in these palettes. So super excited for that. Whilst I was away in that same parcel I also ordered one of these and nearly forgot. So I've been eager to try this brand for so long. This is Suva Beauty Hydroliner in the shade Scrunchy, and it's very bright neon-y orange, orangey pinky red. Don't know how you describe that. It's absolutely gorgeous. A bit nervous to use it because I've never used these. You need to mix them with water, and when I've read on the package it says for body art, but I'm sure you can use them on the eyes, and I'm sure I've seen people do that. But if anyone has used them, if you wouldn't mind dropping a note in the comments if you know if they're eye safe or not to use, if you've used them on your eyes. If not, I'll try and reach out to Beauty Bay or email the brand to find out, because I am really sensitive to glitter, and I don't want, these aren't glitter obviously, but I'm just really worried about like getting it in my eyes if it's not eye safe. But I think they are, because I'm sure I've seen lots of people use them for that. But the reason I wanted it is I'm going to Greece in September. I'm going to Falaraki, which is the clubbing part of the island, and I'm hoping to rattle these old bones at some point and go to a club. And I thought it'd be great under UV light to have a little bit of neon going on. And I just wanted to try the formula as well and see if I can make a good cool kind of look with them. So I only bought one just so I could try it, because they're £12.50, so quite a lot of money for one little product like that, but just wanted to give it a go. So then whilst I was away, when I bought the Jawbreaker and some of the other things, I didn't buy the Brain Freeze, and then after I'd bought the first haul from Jeffree Stila, I decided to buy the Brain Freeze. Tried to buy it, my card kept declining and I couldn't figure out why. Went on my banking app, got the funds. You know, it was just after payday, so there's no reason why I couldn't have got it. So I was starting to get a bit concerned, so I decided to place an order on Debenhams as well, just to see whether it was just Beauty Bay, because I'd emailed Beauty Bay, got nothing back from them. They're quite slow at coming back on their answers, although through Facebook Messenger they did eventually reply to say there was no problems with the site. So decided I would make another little purchase, but to get Debenhams click and collect, so you don't have to pay delivery and you can just pick it up in store, which is how I do it for them, you have to spend over £20. So I was like, what can I get? Because I didn't really need anything, if I'm honest, but there you go. So then I saw Kat Von D got a bit of a sale, and I'm a sucker for the single eyeshadows like these that she does, and I've wanted this shade for a while. It's the shade Blood Milk, and I love me a red eyeshadow, particularly a grungy sort of red like this, and it's from the Serpentina palette, which I don't have, and it's one of my biggest regrets that I didn't pick that up. But the reason I wanted that was this shade. So, and it was down to £10 something. It was £10.32 or something. It's a weird price because of 30% off, I think. So thought I was happy to pick that up, but then obviously hadn't met the criteria for getting it free for click and collect. So decided to pick up another Study Kiss lipstick. Probably got about 15 of these now. I'd love to get them all. I'm wearing it today. The shade is LUV, and it's a purple shade, as you can see on my lips, but really, really pretty. I love interesting coloured lipsticks. I'm not really a nude lipstick lover, so that kind of colour really speaks to my heart, and I knew I would wear it. It's probably not a very summery colour, but I kind of wear whatever makeup at whatever time of year anyway, so I decided that would be a good addition to my collection, and I'm not sorry I got it. It's got a kind of blue base to it, so I thought it would go nice with my blue eye look today. And then last but not least, I don't think I've told anyone that I've got this one or shown it anywhere on Insta or anything. I might have put it on one picture maybe on my Instagram, I can't remember, but I bought the Alyssa Edwards palette from Anastasia. So if you've seen any of my collection videos, you will know that I've got every Anastasia palette from the Modern Renaissance onwards, and I've barely used them. I've hardly used them on my channel, so I don't know what it is, but there's something that pulls me to these palettes. So that's the palette, if you're not aware of what it looks like. Absolutely stunning colours inside. I wasn't sure if I needed it because I've got the Riviera palette, but when I've seen them swatched side by side, and I have watched a few videos to try and make up my mind on this because I wasn't going to get it, but when I've seen them swatched side by side, they are very different, and there's a lot more shimmers, I would say, in the Riviera palette, and a lot paler colours, and these are a lot more intense, and the blue looks absolutely stunning to me, that blue. So wanted to get it just to complete my collection more than anything else. I love the pink packaging, so I'm going to do first impressions and maybe some looks with that as well at some point when I get time to get it all filmed for you. So comment down below if you'd like to see that. I'd also love to know if you've got this palette, what do you think of it yourself. But I love Anastasia's formula. I think it is more tricky to work with than some because of how powdery it is, but I'm excited to get a blue in the Anastasia formula because I haven't got that before in any others. A lot of them are quite neutral, so it's great to see that they're experimenting more with colour. So I wanted to support that, and I wanted this palette just as I'm a bit of a completionist and I like to have everything if I start a collection. So there we go. So that's all my haul for the month of June. So I've got some really exciting things I'm really pleased with. We're 3rd of July, I've not bought anything in July yet. Way well done me. Honestly, I'm so bad for picking things up, but I'm going to try and get through maybe till half of the way through the month, and then see. I've got a couple of kind of wishes and wants already. I've got a couple of things in my Beauty Bay basket, one of which will be the lip ammunitions from Jeffree Star, but I'm also looking at a few other things as well. I'm still waiting on the Menagerie Cosmetics Whale Song palette. I did mention that in my haul last month to say that I thought I would have it this month. It's been shipped now, so I'm super excited, but it'll probably be another 2 weeks till it gets to me because they're in the US, and obviously me being in the UK, and it has to go through customs, etc. So often takes quite a while, but should have that to show you mid-month, and I'll definitely be doing some looks with that as well when it comes. But other than that, that's everything for the month of June. If you like the video, please hit the like button so that I know you enjoy this kind of content. And as I say, chat makeup in the comments, guys. Let me know what you've bought. Have you bought the things I've got? Is there anything I need to be adding for my makeup list of things to buy in July? Not that I need any encouragement or help, but you know, you guys do have some great suggestions for me sometimes, so I'd love to know. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.